Stuck at home? Here's some anime to check out.
You're watching / listening to the Clash KO podcast.
This is the show where we talk about why anime sparks so much passion among its fans.
I'm Cole Cruz.
Brianna Marshall.
Wyatt Garland.
Like what you hear, like what you see, subscribe to YouTube or your podcast platform of your choice so you don't miss out on a knockout discussion.
So, like many of you people probably are out in the world right now, there's a lot of, self-isolation going on. So we decided we're going to make a list of 5 recommended anime for you, maybe while you got some extra time in the coming months.
Yeah. And these are all designed to be digestible, designed to be, kind of bite-sized. We're not asking you to go read all the chapters of One Piece or anything.
Yeah, I think they're all ones that we decided were like, no, you could start and finish these probably in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's like a nice variety. It's
For
got some action, got some slice of life. We got you, don't worry.
Yeah, so for number 1, we're recommending
Cells at Work.
It's very fun.
Very on the nose
Yeah.
here. Yeah, it's very fun.
Yeah.
If you want to see Jotaro literally beat the crap out of all and any virus, this is the thing to check out for sure.
Y'all remember Osmosis Jones, but
Yes.
the anime. This is
Yes.
literally what it is, and I just love it. It's got good comedies, knee slapper moments, and you learn a little bit about the human body at the same time. It's like Dr. Stone, but
Exactly. Learn a little
Osmosis
and feel
Jones.
safe.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. And then just again, the self imagining of how your cells act and stuff like that. That's a big part. It's a lot of fun to oh yeah, I do have anime character white blood cells inside me kicking ass.
Exactly.
I am that great.
Yes.
Great. So it's a feel good for sure.
Yeah.
With the quirkiness of relationships between single cells. But I mean, okay, so that's our first recommendation. If you're still a little stressed out, I guess, about that being a little too on the nose, our second recommendation is Coma Got Killed.
Yeah.
Ooh, solid.
So it's about assassins. It's a fantasy realm, but again, it's all condensed into it. You could watch. It's 24 episodes.
Yeah,
24
something
episodes,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And it's really solid. It's pre this isekai
Right. There,
renaissance
Realm,
we're
yeah.
in.
everyone is from the same dimension,
Yeah.
and the story it's funny, the story says the hook at the start if you're listening, and then it does create a tension. It has an idea, and it literally follows through on that idea the whole time. It doesn't try to get bigger or larger than what it is. It's the action is solid, the story is there.
There's some lovable characters, don't get attached, but great character development. Love it. So good.
It's got that light harm thing, but if you're a fan of any of the Fates, watching any of the Fate series stuff, or any of the isekai that's going on right now, this is a good one to jump
It's
into.
perfect.
Definitely
perfect.
recommend. Next up,
Number 3.
Castlevania Season 3, or all of them if you haven't seen
Yeah.
it. What are you doing?
The
It's
first 2
2020.
seasons are short, so if
Yeah.
you're someone who, maybe you got some non-weeb family at home staying with you, maybe this is the one to pull up. A little dark, a little fantasy, but again, it's got that mainstream kind of oh, is this anime or not kind of
Also,
appeal.
it's classic Dracula. I mean, what more do you want? The third season in particular is very good. We were happy with it. I was happy with it.
Oh, 100%,
It definitely sits there right in the middle between the first and the second season. But it is more consistent than the other ones, I feel. I feel like they really had nope, there's an idea with all the characters we're going to look at. They do their thing. And we're starting to sort of branch away from the tale of Dracula into...
There's more depth to the story than maybe the first season would have you believe.
Right.
So it's something you can kind of jump into and be kind of sucked into. Right. I think we all kind of crave that. Okay, this story, I'm going along with it, and then again, by season 3, you're okay, well, here are the pieces I've put together
Yes.
across these storylines and character arcs.
The writers definitely wanted to do something. They're okay, we'll use Castlevania as a base, but then we're doing our own thing. And it's working.
It works really well.
I remember the end of the second season, I was oh, okay. And then they pull this third one, and it's working. They're doing so. I definitely recommend. They've fleshed out their personal
Another
vision.
good American anime to check out, definitely. Next one is...
So if you're looking for something, hot and spicy and red, Cavalry of the Iron Fortress.
Oh,
Now, this
yeah.
might be giving you those pandemic vibes as
Yeah,
you watch it. But if you want to see, humanity take that and fight through it, maybe this is something you'd want to check out.
Yeah.
It's very fun. I believe they have a 4-episode movie or something on Netflix right now. There is an initial series out there.
Imagine Attack on Titan meets
really.
Snowpiercer meets steampunk.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
all
like this perfect
together.
world that you don't need to get too attached to like the mystery of like what are the Titans, like what's going on. It really is just something you can hop on the train
Right.
and just ride.
It
Yeah.
screams action, characters do things, and you're like, well, duh. Like, you don't. It's a little bit self-explanatory in its like self-reference, and yeah, the movie they just dropped on Netflix is. I say movie because it is just fleshed out, man. It's a lot of fun. It's like
Again, it's contained. Again, like we're talking
Exactly.
about things that you can go from A to Z on and get the whole story.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's
Next
a lot of fun.
one is my favorite. If you're looking for a slice of life or you love slice of life like me, definitely check out Love, Shinobu, and Other Delusions. Just think, what would happen if the world would see my MySpace, basically.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
I know we all Ooh, sweat. I know we all felt like this, like in middle school. We did like super dumb stuff. We thought we were like, our imagination was out the wall. We were like a magical
me.
magician, like Harry Potter wizards, whatever. And you used to act it out. This is literally this anime. It's like there's a bunch of these high schoolers now. They look back and they're literally ashamed of what they did. But then they meet people who still do this at high
Wait a
school.
minute, you cringe too?
Yeah, then they basically met us, and they're like, wait, there's some people who
There's
don't
more.
grow out of
Yeah.
this? Like,
Oh, sweat.
so it's sort of about the dynamics about like growing up and like why people like decide to like have these quote unquote delusions / like is that just a more fun way to live? And it's surprisingly just like small scale and fun and great. And again, the cringe comedy is, I don't really like cringe comedy normally,
I love
but
cringe
like this
comedy.
was just so relatable. I was just like, every time a character gets embarrassed, they bring up like a scene from their like 13 to 14-year-old life that is just like, I did that.
Oh,
Like,
no.
it's like, yep, that was.
Highly relatable, but again, very, very chill, very, again, not in pandemic mode.
Oh,
Also, it's the
yeah,
same
fun.
studio who Kyoto Animation, so like
It's a little bit older, but it's
Dragon
still
Maid.
it
Yeah,
holds
definitely check
up.
it out.
It's strong. There's a lot of memes about. Well, I've seen a lot of gifs of a lot of these characters, so they're already circulating.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Let us know what anime you might be watching during this trying period, and make sure to like and subscribe for our next video, and we'll catch you next time.
眠れない闇